So in this plane of exploitation, we have some higher help coming down to us. Srila Sridhar Maharaj speaks about the 3 planes of existence. The plane of exploitation, where we are existing at present. This is the plane of exploitation where no one can live without exploiting. Even breathing, we're exploiting. Even maintaining our bodily existence, we have to exploit and consume from the environment, take from the environment for our own sustenance. Even walking, we're killing so many living entities just to exist, just to walk. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj explains, like, whether you realize it or not, in retrospect, independent of all religious conceptions, all philosophies, any understanding, in impartial understanding, this is the plane of exploitation. He says, but there's also the plane of renunciation, where we find some of our friends, they realize this is the plane of exploitation, and there's only suffering here. Birth, death, the vicious cycle of birth and death. And where to every action there's an equal and opposite reaction, and we are suffering from the reactions of our actions time and time again. Every birth, every time we come, whatever species of life we're taking born in according to our karma, it's like a wild goose chase, looking for happiness and satisfaction outside of ourselves, and getting the reaction for our attempts at enjoyment, for sense gratification. So those trying to escape from this are, some of them are trying to just renounce the world. And I have some friends who are pursuing this plane of renunciation, and they understand that we all have need for fulfillment. We all want fulfillment, and we're looking in so many ways for fulfillment. And suffering within with our own illusions, because in the plane of exploitation, Maya is covering everything. Mahamaya, illusion personified. And we are engrossed in so many layers of Maya. And it's a deluding potency that's so powerful that comes from the external energy of the Lord. So on our own, we can't reckon with Maya. We need higher help. And that comes from shelter above us. So we know the Lord exists in his impersonal feature, Brahman, all expansive, all permeating, the light that's emerging from his effulgence. There's his feature as Paramatma in every heart, in every atom of existence. And there is his personal feature, Bhagavan. And his original form is Krishna, and he expands himself in so many different avatars and expansions and plenary expansions, expansions of expansions for all the different functions of creation and universe and the spiritual world. So those who are trying to just escape from material suffering, they think, if I just leave it and just merge into this effulgence, then I won't have any suffering. I will escape, and I will just be in this non-differentiated state of what is called nirvana. It's like a dreamless sleep, no pain, no pleasure. And first having to reckon with the mind, the senses, and go through extreme trouble on their own. Like some of my friends realize that the suffering that comes from the material world, there's like anyone with a half a brain will realize this is a plane of suffering and a place of action and reaction. Unfortunately, like 99% of the population don't realize this. It's just because Mahamaya is so strong, she's making us think this is our home, this is who we are, this flesh, this blood, this body, everything that identifies with this body, with my mortal existence is me and mine. But that's Maya. She's making us think that. But some people can understand there's something wrong with this picture, and I need to come out of this illusion, and I want to escape from this. But so much suffering is involved in this escape process, and they're not taking higher help. Just reckoning with the self, realizing like I'm searching for fulfillment outside of myself and getting a reaction time and time again. Looking to someone or something for soothing, for stimulation, some outside satisfaction I'm trying to find, and it's causing so much misery in the long run. Maybe we don't see immediately, temporarily we're getting like a fraction, a drop of pleasure, but bam, we'll get smashed by the reaction of our actions. And it doesn't always come immediately. They say the more delay the reaction, the more severe the reaction. So much suffering involved in trying to seek pleasure and gratification for our senses. And some people understand this and try to escape from it without taking higher help and achieving, maybe very rare population, or achieving some semblance of relief in the plane of renunciation. But that is said to be temporary. All that trouble to escape from suffering, and you fall down from that, and then you go back into the waves of birth and death. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj explains that is not a solution. There's a positive solution, which is beautiful, which is where you will find rasa. That's what we're all searching for in this pursuit for pleasure, seeking, sense gratification, mind gratification. It's rasa that we're searching for. Everybody, even the animals, the aquatics, the insects, the trees, what to speak of human beings. Everyone wants this rasa, which comes from the Supreme Person. We are counterparts, part and parcel. Bhagavan exists for himself, by himself, but we are part of his creation, part of his existence, and we are meant for a personal, loving, interactive relationship with Him. And higher help comes from Him and His divine agency, the saints, the sadhus, the devotees. He comes in the form of Maha Mantra to help us achieve Him. So we're not just struggling on our own trying to find Krishna. He's given us His holy name by incarnating as Gauranga, as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's given the Yuga Dharma, which is Nam Sankirtan, congregational chanting of the holy name, to achieve Him, to achieve rasa, to achieve that inner fulfillment we are all striving for. And He's sending His saints, not only coming Himself to give a remedy that will cure everybody and give the highest achievement, the highest golden gift of love of God. It's revealing He's non-different from His name. Harinam is, as Gurudev would say, the transcendental sound vibration form of the Lord, non-different from the Lord. So the Lord is giving His name to us, which purifies the heart, cleanses the mirror of the mind, which extinguishes this repeated cycle of birth and death, and ultimately gives rasa, gives divine love. And the highest thing, from the very solution, stopping the pollution of our consciousness, cleaning that, and stopping the vicious cycle of birth and death, but also giving the positive nectar, love of Krishna, divine love, and giving us entrance into His divine pastimes as part of His entourage. So everything is being given by Maha Mantra. The saints, the agents of Krishna are coming to give this holy name, to install it in our hearts, give the seed of devotion, and to bless us with devotion. So this is the plane of dedication where there is a positive solution, not just escaping the negative, not just negating the negative, but establishing the positive and solving not only death, our suffering, and our temporary wild goose chase of pleasure seeking. All that gets solved, and we get the Supreme Lord as our friend, as our lover, as our child, whatever type of inner love tendency we have, which is innate within us, that comes to the forefront, that gets revealed. Our swarup, our inner identity, gets to take part in Krishna's pastimes. So, plane of exploitation, plane of renunciation, plane of dedication. So we have entrance into this plane of dedication, and we get higher help that comes from above, through the holy name, through the sadhus, through not so much our doing. We are not expecting immediate results on our own achievements, but making ourselves as receivers for this holy name, through receivers from divine grace from above, and giving us entrance to this positive and progressive solution and plane of life. So this was just on my mind because I feel some compassion for my friends who are trying so hard to just escape suffering, just negating the negative and grappling with their own mind and their senses on their own without higher help, trying to just sit with the pain, not soothe. They know soothing and avoiding pleasure seeking. They're trying not to fulfill their hankering with something outside of themselves because they want rasa and they know searching for it in the wrong places will bring suffering. So they're just sitting with it and struggling, not taking higher help, and very rarely achieving anything worthwhile from that very painstaking endeavor. So higher help is there, hope is there, positive solution is there, and it's very friendly. Chanting Nam Sankirtan, we're chanting the holy name. As Prabhupada would say, chant and be happy. We have like such a happy life. When my brother came to visit Srila Gurudev, he visited me and met Srila Gurudev in California many years ago. He stayed with us for a few days and he concluded, this is a party religion. You guys are just partying like 24/7. It's a festival every day. You're chanting, dancing, feasting. Everyone's smiling. No doubt we are sitting with our own selves and grappling with our own selves, but help is coming to us, and it's not just all about, overcoming our mind and our senses all alone. It's a happy life as we're trying to pursue something so high, so great. And he observed this. You guys are partying while having a very high goal. We want a life of love with the Supreme Person. And it's very attractive and very beautiful and not so difficult. And even if we don't achieve the goal at once, even it may take more than one lifetime, at least we're making some progress, keeping that ideal front and center. And where we left off, we will pick up and continue our journey. The unsuccessful yogi will take birth in a favorable place and society and family to pursue, to continue that journey of finding the reality, the beautiful. So that's my thought today. Wanted to share that. Like, you don't have to just sit and struggle with yourself if you realize that this is the plane of suffering and you don't want to be a part of it. There is higher help and a positive solution, and it doesn't have to be so hard, and you're not alone. You will get backing and support and transported just, by being a receiver, by adjusting your consciousness, your mind, your attitude, your angle of vision, proper adjustment, revealing a positive solution. So So shelter is above us and all around us, and support is there. And this is what life is for. We're not meant to exploit. We're not meant to be revolving in 8,400,000 species of life again and again, from time immemorial. Birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. That's not what we're meant for. And we're not meant to just be escapists, escaping this and suffering so much to escape and then fall down. That nirvana stage doesn't last. You'll fall down and you'll again have to enter into the waves of birth and death and suffer again. So those two are not a solution. Say no to exploitation, say no to renunciation, but say yes to dedication. Very simple. Simple for the simple. And find a positive solution. And the Lord will help in His Bhagavan form. Jai Saparikashi Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Govinda Sundar Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. In His form as the Supreme Person with His divine Shakti, the Supreme Person as Radha, male and female aspects, they combine into one as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who's distributing this Sankirtan and distributing love of Krishna, all being given to us on a golden plate. And the only thing we need is to want it. So that's my class today. I hope it makes sense to everyone and it gives some reminder, or for those who are just hearing this for the first time, gives some hope that higher help is there and a positive solution is there, and it's joyful, it's giving us the rasa that we want.